Welcome back to the second PUC solutions topic. So in this solutions topic, we were studying the binary solutions, that is containing two liquids in which the solutions behave like ideal, non-ideal. In case of the non-ideal, there are two types, positive deviation and negative deviation. Then we have seen the graphical representation of the vapor pressure versus mole fraction for all the three kinds of the solutions. The one showing the ideal behavior, there is a gradual variation in the vapor pressure. But in case of the solutions showing the positive deviation for the mole fraction versus vapor pressure, then we have a maximum. That is, at a particular composition there is a maximum vapor pressure, and hence such a solution will boil at a minimum temperature. So it is called as the minimum boiling solution or azeotrope. For example, in case of the ethyl alcohol and water, we have seen that boils at a lowest temperature which is lower than the boiling point of both ethyl alcohol as well as water. Now in case of the negative deviation liquid system or solutions, the solution will have the lowest vapor pressure and hence the boiling point will be maximum. So we have seen the graphical representation of such a solution. Suppose you consider this mole fraction here, then vapor pressure. Assume that this is the vapor pressure of the liquid A, that is P naught A, and this is the vapor pressure of the pure liquid B, that is P naught B. This is chi A is equal to 1 and chi B is equal to 0. Here chi A is equal to 0 while chi B is equal to 1. Assuming that this is the ideal behavior, we have these dotted curves, dotted lines like this. But in case of the solutions showing the negative deviation, solution showing negative deviation, in such a case, we have observed that the vapor pressure of the total solution will be lesser than the vapor pressure of the total vapor pressure. Similarly, for the individual liquids also, the vapor pressure will be lower, like this. And such a solution having the lowest vapor pressure at a particular composition will have the maximum boiling point. And hence, such a solution which boils at constant temperature without separation into individual components and having the lowest vapor pressure or highest boiling point is called as the highest boiling or maximum boiling azeotrope. For example, in case of the nitric acid and water mixture, the nitric acid has a boiling point of 86 degrees Celsius while the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. If you consider this HNO3 68.1%, then water 31.9%. This solution will boil at a temperature of 120 degrees Celsius, 120.5 degrees Celsius. Because of the lowest vapor pressure, the boiling point will be higher. So for pure nitric acid, the boiling point is 86 degrees Celsius. For water, it is 100 degrees Celsius. For the solution, it will be 120.5 degrees Celsius, which is the maximum. That's why it is called as the maximum boiling azeotrope. And at this composition, the solution will boil as if it is a single liquid. That is the reason why it is called as an azeotrope. A solution that boils at a constant temperature without separation into individual liquids. It is called an azeotrope. So after these three graphs showing ideal behavior, non-ideal showing the positive deviation, and non-ideal with the negative deviation, we have this vapor pressure versus mole fraction graph. In all my explanation, I have taken this liquid having the lower vapor pressure at a particular temperature, and B is having a higher vapor pressure. This is low volatile, this is high volatile. So this is one concept. The next one we will consider solution of a solid in a liquid solvent. In a liquid solvent. This solution of a solid in liquid, we are considering a solid which is completely soluble in water or soluble in that solvent, and it does not contribute anything for the vapor pressure. So that solid is named as non-volatile, and it should remain as it is in the solvent, in the solution, that is without undergoing dissociation or association. Say for example, if you take the sodium chloride, it undergoes dissociation to give rise to Na plus Cl minus. So we should not take such a solid or solute. Similarly, when you take this acetic acid, CS3COOH, or benzoic acid, C6H5COOH, when such a substance is added to the liquid like benzene, then it will undergo association. That is, they will form dimers. For example, benzoic acid will form a dimer of C6H5COOH twice. So such substances should not be taken in the study of solution of a solid in liquid. So this solid should be a non-volatile. It should not contribute for the vapor pressure, and also it should not undergo dissociation or association. When such a substance is dissolved in a solvent, then we have the solution of a solid in liquid. A solution of solid in liquid. So we are considering this solution of a solid in liquid. In this case, first we will consider a dilute solution. When we consider the solution as a dilute one, the amount of the solute is very, very less as compared to the amount of the solvent. So such a solution is named as the dilute solution. The amount of a solute is very much less, or is very small, very less as compared to the amount of solvent. So it is called dilute solution. For these dilute solutions, we have some special properties called as the colligative properties. Colligative properties. For these colligative properties, we have actually the study of these dilute solutions with respect to the colligative properties in this one. There are 4 colligative properties that we study, but actually there are 5. But one is mixed with the other one. So these are the properties which depend only on the number of particles of a solute, but not on the nature of solute. Nature of solute are called colligative properties. There are 5 colligative properties, but we study only 4 as I told you earlier. So these colligative properties, we classify them as relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure. The second one is elevation in boiling point. Elevation in boiling point. Third one is depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. The fourth one is osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. So these properties depend only on the number of particles of the solute, but not on the nature of the solute. For example, if the substance does not undergo any dissociation or association, then if the number of particles remain as the number of moles or number of molecules produced by 1 mole or something like that, then such a property is said to be a colligative property. Say for example, I am taking this 1 mole of glucose. This will contain Avogadro number of particles, Avogadro number of molecules. Similarly, when I take 1 mole of urea, this also contains same number of molecules. But these do not undergo any dissociation or association in the solvent. That's why 1 mole of glucose and 1 mole of urea will cause the same change in these properties. So, this 1 mole contains Avogadro number of molecules. That's why these Avogadro number of molecules are responsible for the colligative properties. Since the same number of particles are present in these two, 1 mole of urea and 1 mole of glucose, we have the change in these properties or these properties depending only on the number of molecules, not on the nature of the particles. So about these one by one, relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, as well as osmotic pressure, we will take up in the next video. Thank you.